Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have a little bit of a breaking news story that just happened only like about 2 hours ago or so, but as well, some very sad news to go and cover as of today. I'm sure the media cycles probably throughout the next few days or so are probably gonna be talking and discussing this quite a bit, but right now, Naughty Dog, I'm sure you guys know, probably one of the more prominent PlayStation, studios, has a very sad update right now where they actually are now shutting down a game that's been in the works that I have actually covered, we've talked about, and a lot of people are very skeptical on the future of it too as well. So we're going to talk about it as of this video, and well, just be kind of sad. I mean, in all honesty, I'm a little bit sad about this too, because I was looking forward to the potential of this game. So without further ado, as we dive in the video, let me know if you guys would have played it, if you guys are sad, you guys are disappointed, and of course, we have the $500 giveaway, so just make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on for that. Check out the Twitter link and the Twitch for the bonus entries, and well, let's just be sad all together. Like, come on in. Like, I'll give you guys a hug. You guys want to have, like, I could, like, give you guys a little nuzz on the camera because I think you guys need it. I'll wipe off the tears because I think I need that myself. Well, as of right now, guys, as you guys know, Naughty Dog is one of the more prominent companies, and they have given us the hard news now to give up on The Last of Us Online. So in case you guys have missed it, The Last of Us Online is meant to be like the multiplayer mode that's been in prior like kind of versions of games, if you guys have kind of seen them. And it just didn't work out. You know, like a lot of folks were a little bit skeptical these past, like, let's say 6 months or so, where it looked like the funding went down. It looked like the people working on it were also getting shuffled around. So let's go and say you have a pretty nice person who's like, yeah, I'll take the reign on the project. And then the project ends. And they're like, nah, Jim, we're going to keep you. You've been here for 15 years. You did really good on insert game and insert game. We're putting you somewhere else. So we're kind of seeing that on LinkedIn, where some folks were actually, like I said, kind of being moved around. We saw a lot of public statements where they're like, yeah, the game might not be doing so good. We had some of the higher ups like kind of reassuring us, saying like, hey, it's still going to be there. But at the end of the day, it looks like all that did not work out. Saying an update on The Last of Us Online. We realize many of you have been anticipating news around the project that we've been calling The Last of Us Online. It was like the multiplayer version, like more of like the PvP type style game, or maybe in PvE type style game, I'm not really sure. Saying there's no easy way to say this. We've made the incredibly difficult decision to stop development on that game. We know this news will be tough for many, especially our dedicated Last of Us factions community who have been following the multiplayer ambitions ardently. We're equally crushed at the studio as we were looking forward to putting it in your hands. And we wanted to share with you some background of how we came to this decision. So basically, this is like I said, the factions version, the multiplayer, the pure multiplayer version. And Sony's been trying to go push this live service-esque type style. They want to have games like Fortnite, Destiny, etc. But even right now, Destiny has had a bit of an issue where they're not really making as much profits. They're trying to go and almost shove too many DLCs and microtransactions for skins and content for the game, where not many people are really too appeased by it. They almost feel like they have to earn it from the game company itself to earn the milking, they earn the microtransactions, and at the end of the day, even Sony's being like, hey, we should maybe kind of tone this back a little bit. A game like, say, like a Fortnite might be like a very just abnormal game that just somehow works well, where other games may not have that same like gusto or longevity, or games like a League of Legends, etc., because they're more based on multiplayer side. I was looking forward to this. I wanted to play this game. I was actually a little bit like, I'm hyped up for it. I was hyped up for it. But at the same time, I also feel this would have been a game I played for maybe like a week. And then after that, like I probably would have given up. Like I probably would have still enjoyed it. I would have thought the vibe would have been fun, sure. But I probably would have given up after a while. So the multiplayer team has been in pre-production with this game since we were even working on The Last of Us Part 2, crafting an experience we felt was unique and had tremendous potential. As a multiplayer team iterated on their concept for The Last of Us Online during this time, their vision crystallized. The gameplay got more redefined and satisfying, and we were enthusiastic about the direction in which we were all heading. In ramping up to full production, the massive scope of our ambition became clear. To realize and to release and support The Last of Us Online, we had to put all of our studio resources behind supporting post-launch content for years to come, severely impacting development on future single-player games. So we had two paths in front of us: become a solely live service game studio, or to continue to focus on single-player native games that have defined Naughty Dog's heritage. Now, I'm going to give my quick talk on this because, like, a pretty big talking point. I think this is the right call. Now, do I want to play this game? Yes. In my opinion, do I just think that Sony should have maybe gave Naughty Dog a little bit more money and been like, hey, you want to go and push this game? We'll give you an extra $5 million a year for a little extra bonus for your individual company. Let's try to make it happen. maybe have like a side passion project for some folks that are really into it, really like the concept or idea, or just let the kind of current team still start cooking. I can understand like if the team is too small, that's where it leads into issues. You have 1,000 people and you can put 200 people on a multiplayer project and kind of maintain those same 200 people and get rid of a few or add a few more if the game's good or bad. Yes, I get that. But if you have 500 people and you have 400 people that have to go put purely into this game, and at a certain point, if you want to go and also release other various games too, like The Last of Us Part 3 or whatever, then yeah, your company is going to get a little bit too crushed out because you don't want to have 250 people working on both. You want to have 500 people on The Last of Us still, and then have another 250 people on top of that. And this is a big deal, mainly because when it comes to a lot of these types of games, you want to make sure that like you have the attention, like the attention and love you have. Some game studios like to go and switch and they kind of bounce around, and it usually doesn't work. Like I'm sure you guys have seen various games, even food products, even TV shows, whatever. They have new characters, they have new plots, they try to go switch the games. They do one thing really, really, really well, and they try to do something different. And we respect the attempt. I always, always, always respect the attempt, but it doesn't always work. And it doesn't always make money. And for these big businesses and companies, you need to make money. Like you can't go be trying out saying like, hey, we're going to grow $50 million into a multiplayer project that may not only make them $5 million, might go and flop, might go make their next big money hit, Last of Us Part 3, flop even harder. And this is where it gets hard. And this is where like the CEOs have to make these big decisions. Like I said, if I could have had the ideal situation, I would have been okay with them just having maybe hiring a few more folks and having a passion project and some bonus thing. Maybe sell the game for $30 if you're a little bit concerned about like the longevity or the game itself, whatever it might be. But at least there is maybe one positive twist, and maybe you guys are thinking this as well, where maybe it just comes to Last of Us Part 3. Where they have this multiplayer game, they've worked on it, they have the ideas and concepts. In theory, if they do want to make a Last of Us Part 3, and it is already cooking right now in terms of story or whatever, they could maybe have the same exact team, maybe instead of having a standalone game, just be a nice addition to Last of Us Part 3. And I think that's a big thing that could potentially happen. So to put like a little bit of a light on this really negative situation. They're saying, we are immensely proud of everyone at the studio that touched this project. The learnings and investments in technology from this game will carry into how we develop our projects and will be invaluable in the direction we are headed as a studio. We have more than one ambitious, brand new single-player game that we're working on here at Naughty Dog, and we cannot wait to share more about what comes next when we are ready. So this is also kind of a big news too as well, where they're not only sticking on one big next-gen game. They might have a few more in the works that they may not even have announced at this current moment. Or as well, they also, as I mentioned, they said the learnings and the investments in technology from this game will carry into. So there is a good chance too if they ever make, let's say, a Last of Us Part 3, which I think a lot of folks are assuming they are, and it's been a little bit teased on. It's not been officially confirmed, but still, all of this put together means that this maybe could be tied into the game. So this is sad overall. I wanted this multiplayer game. PlayStation's been very, very like slacking, I would say, in pure good multiplayer games. Like they'll have Fortnite, they'll have Genshin Impact, they'll have Apexes or Overwatch, whatever, sure, but they don't have their own individual game where it's like, oh my god, everyone's playing Halo, or oh my god, everyone's playing Call of Duty now with Activision. They don't have that yet. They just have various other old school games. But right now, PlayStation is the single player game company. God of War, Horizon, any type of Last of Us, Uncharted, whatever those games might be. Ratchet and Clank, Ghost of Tsushima, single player, all single player games, which are good. They're great games, but they really need that good multiplayer solution. And they technically do have Bungie now with Destiny, but at the same exact time, is that really what we want, what we need? Like we need something better. But either way, it's sad to go and see this. Say, until then, we're incredibly thankful for our community, for your support throughout the years. So this is sad. I want to hear your thoughts. Like, because I would have enjoyed it. Like, I think the factions type style playthrough, or I've even tried to, I keep on saying, like, mix into it like a DayZ or Rust style game, where basically you spawn with nothing. You have to run around. You have to go and find stuff. If your character gets yoinked, then you get yoinked. You have to restart over. It's almost like that DayZ looping experience. Or it's like a looter, shooter, survival type-esque game, and you put in other little things like food or water or whatever it might be. And that's kind of what I thought they were going to go for, but make it a little bit more of an in-depth game experience, make it a little bit more fun. Or even like an Escape from Tarkov type style version, where it make a lot of sense at the end of the day to, well, have you get to keep your loot, you get to carry any loot, you get to go from there. So I don't really know. And this is kind of sad because it also seems, and this might be a separate video, where it seems like they're trying to go cut off the live service games even more than expected. And especially with right now with Destiny not doing as well, this might be the big reason why. Like there might be even more Sony executives kind of talking about this than a lot of folks might be expected. But right now, The Last of Us does seem like it is canceled, and this is sad to go and kind of break at the end of this day. So give me your thoughts and comments down below. Would you guys have played it? Would you guys have liked it? I'm a little bit disappointed, I'll be honest. We have the Twitter and Twitch room down below if you guys would like to go and follow, and of course the $500 giveaway, so subscribe with the notifications on and with the links as well, all down below. And I appreciate you guys all so much for everything, and I'm sad to see this. My heart goes out to Naughty Dog for having to make this decision.